This was actually the group that made the green, purple, and gold official colors for Mardi Gras. Talk to us about what a crew is for people who don't know and what the role is that you play in these celebrations.
Well, a crew, actually, that's K-R-E-W-E as opposed to the initial spelling. Refers to what an organization.
That's I'm sorry if I'm it's just, it hurts, and if he jumps, it's terrific.
That's all. It's one of two continually parading 19th century organizations, the other being Proteus. And the Rex organization, I'm wearing actually right now the costume that I'll be wearing tomorrow on the title screen in the Rex parade is one of the is the king.
You probably see here another big part of Mardi Gras is the king cake. It is a big cinnamon sugar pastry covered in icing. We actually have it on set right now, made by one of our producers, Kelsey. We're going to try a little bit of it here, but tell me, why is this treat often only enjoyed during the carnival season?
Well, New Orleans not for many things, but its food culture is very important, and a celebration as important as Mardi Gras had to have its own signature food item, and that's the origin of the king cake. I understand that your producer had to make that herself. I'm impressed. I wondered if Kelsey, I didn't have a chance to ask her, did she put a toy doll in the cake, which is another tradition.
There is one. One of us might be eating it right now. I don't know. No, but this is really good cake and totally violating my diet.
It looks very authentic. Kudos to Kelsey.
It's gooey.
But the tradition of the baby doll, the plastic baby doll in the cake is important because it means if you happen to have the piece of king cake with the doll in it, then you have to buy it.
All right, good to know about that.
Thank you. We're looking forward to it. The weather's going to be beautiful, and we'll have a wonderful time. Come visit us anytime.
You're watching NBC News Day.
Sometimes those of bipolar depression feel there's a chance to let in the light. Caplyta is proven to deliver significant relief across bipolar depression. Unlike some medicines that only treat bipolar 1, Caplyta treats both bipolar 1 and 2 depression, and in clinical trials, movement disorders and weight gain are most common.
Call your doctor. Mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants may increase these risks in young adults. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Report fever, confusion, stiff, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be life-threatening or permanent. These aren't all the serious side effects.
Caplyta can help you let in the light. Ask your doctor about Caplyta. Find savings and support at Caplyta.com.
Introducing Astepro Allergy. Now available without a prescription. Astepro is in only 24 hours steroid-free spray. While Flonase takes hours, Astepro starts working in 30 minutes. So you can and go.
That's when they told me that my dentist was ready. I was so excited. I love the confidence. I love that I can blast this beautiful smile. The smile with me. I would totally say Aspen Dental changed my life.
Aspen Dental makes new smiles affordable. Right now, get 20% off dentures. We do anything to make you smile. Schedule your consultation today. Trying to control my asthma felt anything but normal. Enough was enough. I talked to an asthma specialist and found out my severe asthma is driven by eosinophils, a type of asthma Nucala can help control. Now, fewer asthma attacks, less oral steroids. That's my new normal with Nucala. Nucala is a once-monthly add-on injection for severe eosinophils. For sudden breathing problems, allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for swelling of face or trouble breathing, infections that can cause shingles. Don't stop steroids unless told by your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. May cause headache, injection site reactions, back pain, and fatigue. Talk to your asthma specialist to see if once monthly Nucala may be right for you. And learn about savings at Nucala.com.
That one.
There's more to your life than asthma. Find your new normal with Nucala.
The top story with that breaking news. This is just getting a lot of stories to get to. What do people need most right now? In the state and or law enforcement drop the ball anywhere. Are we headed for a recession or a recovery? Migrant families now stranded in Mexico. It's been like the civilian effort is not just about fighting, it's also about helping. It's your news playlist. I'm sorry, what time now? Streaming weekend. NBC.
Oh no.
Thanks, Carlsbad.
Just gotta clean it up.
NPR TV. We will be Eyewitness News 4.
Good girl.
Day. Prepares to shoot Farrell. That
Did
planned
you
last
get your
week.
bubble? Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Did you need a pee-pee, honey? No, Wallace. It's not her pee-pee. You're no pee-pee. Her pee-pee. It's not her pee-pee. Bye, honey. Oh, you need pee-pee? It's not pee-pee. Leave her alone, Tree. Leave her alone. Okay, well, let's get it. Okay, Peppy, Peachy, get in here, honey. You're cold. What is? Which one is it? Huh? Which one is it, honey? Which one is it? Is it this one? You don't know.
Probably noise and making.
I'll check and bring one back. I gotta sit down.
Acidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to death. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection of the skin of the body can occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor.
Ask for Farxiga. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
You can get that.
This is Thomas Magnum. I'm a private investigator in Hawaii. I wouldn't trade this job for anything else. Some very good luck on my part, and some bad decisions on yours.
This doesn't feel like a bad decision.
And we start here at the amended charges filed against actor Alec Baldwin and the armorer Henry Gutierrez Reed for that deadly shooting on the set of Rust. Prosecutors decided to drop the firearm enhancement charge. The charge would have resulted in a mandatory 5-year sentence if they were convicted. Both Baldwin and Gutierrez Reed are still, though, facing charges of involuntary manslaughter. We reached out to the DA's office to see why that change was made, and in a statement we were told, in order to avoid further litigious distractions by Mr. Baldwin and his attorneys, the district attorney and the special prosecutor have removed the firearm enhancement. The prosecution's priority is securing justice, not securing billable hours for big city attorneys. Well, the trial of 3 men accused of killing 2 Albuquerque teens continued today. Stephen Goldman Jr., Jimmy Atkins, and Julio Almontero are facing charges for the deaths of Ahmed Latif and Colin Romero. APD Deputy Commander Kyle Hartzog took the stand today. He testified about evidence gathered from phones, including text messages and Snapchat videos. Those videos reportedly show the victims being beaten by the suspects. That trial is expected to continue for 4 more days. Alert here at noon. 2nd Street is shut down right now in both directions from Alameda to... That's because of the crash that you're seeing there. Truck rolled and hit a power pole and a gas line. So crews are there cleaning things up. They're making those repairs right now. I'll take a look at this. We're not seeing weather like that right now. Officials in Japan say 3.5 caused a 7-Eleven there to partially collapse. 3 people were inside the store at the time, but all made it out safely. Google that there really were 7-Elevens in Japan.
I didn't know that either. Who knew? Who knew?
Yeah, and they're, in Japan.
Yeah, and luckily nobody was hurt in 7-Eleven. They all got out just in time. So, and like you mentioned, at least we're not dealing with that kind of snow here across parts of the land of enchantment. And we are looking at mostly cloudy skies, though. And that's really been the trend over the last few days. This morning, we bottomed out at 32 degrees, and now kind of slow to warm because those clouds are still looming over us. Although I do think we will start to see a little bit of that cloud cover kind of thin out as we head into the. We'll just take a quick look at satellite. See most. It's really out to the north and Four Corners region. Rango, Pagosa Springs, mostly sunny sky. To the northeastern plains, that's where we are seeing thermometer readings back in the low 70s. Already pushed up to the right now. 56, 58 degrees. When it comes to the winds, already picking up between 32 and 35 miles per hour, gusting even higher than that, clocking in at 51 miles. A wind advisory in effect. Police are investigating a hop in northeast Albuquerque. That happened around 11 last night near Aspen and Carlisle. Police were called out for a report at an apartment complex. There yesterday afternoon, right behind Del Norte High School. And police say they found 2 people dead from gunshot wounds there. The victim was identified as 18-year-old Isabella Bewley, and police say 21-year-old William James was also found dead. Again, investigators saying that this appears to be a domestic violence incident that turned into a murder-suicide. A New Mexico chili farmer is calling it quits. He says there are just too many obstacles for him to keep going. Tamara Lopez has the emotional interview. It's the end of an era for one New Mexico farmer, and you may not know him by name, but I guarantee you may know his product. On a farm in Socorro County, you can catch this bell every hour on the hour. And if you look closely, you'll see it's the 5-star chili farm bell.
You know, every kid has a dream, and I just couldn't leave it alone.
It's been 40 years.
I think it. Well, then we doubled to where we got that truck. We even could haul it in the truck.
But sometimes love. Farming.
And everybody such a good time and enjoying the food, the fellowship at the table, and how the struggles that we go through. Excuse me. The struggles that we go through, it's all worth it.
Duggan says chili farming has been in his heart, even though his brain has been telling him different.
It just came down to, I cannot, I've been able to cut up to now, and I'm going to cut them, and it's good, but I can't have another year like last year.
You may have fields of chili to harvest, but no one.
So those bales, those are the last chili that, with those empty bales, those are 1,000 sacks in it. I have like 13,000 that never got filled. And what do man? We pay double the price. It's not to pay. Nobody wants to work.
Duggins also says state policies have been hindering farmers instead of helping.
They're not. We have non-farmers, Elsie, for the farmers.
And so, heavy heart, he said, picking up the Ristra.
And you know, when you struggle something, when you have a member of your family that has died, it's so heartbreaking. But when it's over, when the funeral passes, somehow it gives you a little peace.
But he's a farmer.
Your plants died. And yeah, just give me some more seed.
And even though he's back,
For the remaining farmers of New Mexico, whatever you're in, I wish you the best. I don't, we'll never, but I know.
Inland Matar, Pez, Tail. Isaac against Ukraine approaches the one.
I can't think of anybody I'd rather start New Year's with than you. Voting yes. Yeah, Happy New Year. Do you make any resolutions? Did you ever used to make resolutions?
Here's the one, yeah.
Like what? Smoke, cigarette? You put that? Yeah.
The unprecedented visit, the making with details kept very secure, and air raid sirens sounding during the president's stay. The president stopping at the Wall of Remembrance to lay a wreath, noting how much Ukraine has lost in the war and announcing more aid is on the way.
In our defense systems, all defend Ukraine, and that doesn't count the other $500 million that we're going to be announcing with you today and tomorrow.
As the violence rages on, White House officials say they've determined Russia has committed war crimes.
We believe that this is a systematic, deliberate effort by the Kremlin.
Also warns that they may be considering providing lethal aid to Russia.
We made clear to the Chinese that there will be consequences. Unfortunate decision.
The Biden administration sending a strong message to other countries.
Remind us that freedom is priceless. It's worth it as long as it takes. We're with you, Mr. President, for as long as it takes.
And pledging unwavering support for you. And while details of the president's trip were kept under tight wraps, the U.S. did tell the Kremlin about the trip hours before it began, but won't say what their response was. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Former President Jimmy Carter entered home hospice care over the weekend while his career and impact.
Oh, what? Turn it off. What? See that? Okay? You look sleepy. Are you sleepy? Huh? Let me something on your feet. Oh.
Right now, get 2.9% APR or the $750 bonus on the Elantra. Visit buyhyundai.com.
What?
Stay sale at New Mexico's Mattress Firm. Get a king bed for the price of a queen or a
What another drink? The towel.
Save up to $400 on Celia adjustable sets or Beauty Rest Plus. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable sets, plus receive a $300 instant gift. And save up to $600 on Stearns & Foster adjustable sets.
What do I like doing?
The President's House Mattress Firm.
During the President's Day celebration. Just announced for Ford Motor Company 2.9% financing. 2022 Ford F-150. That's 2.9% financing plus $1,000 bonus cash on a 22 Ford F-150 F-Series. American truck for 46 years running. Don't miss the saving. The President's Day celebration only at your New Mexico Ford dealer. Hi, I'm Leonard Miller, owner of Roswell Home Furnishings.
What? What am I supposed to do? Okay.
TV advertising. Honest communication. Research shows that adding digital platform to your TV schedule will greatly improve your marketing results. If you'd like to learn more, just contact us. KLBR TV, powerful, effective.
Former President Jimmy Carter is at home with friends as he begins to receive hospice care. He is 8 years old now. The Carter Center says he's after a series of short hospital stays. NBC's Priscilla Thompson visited the former president's hometown and has a look at the impact he made.
Across the nation, an outpouring of love for former President Jimmy Carter. After Saturday's announcement, the 98-year-old would begin hospice care at his home. Thousands sharing words of comfort and treasured memories. President Biden tweeting, "We admire you for the strength you've shown in difficult times."
We do lift the Carter family more to you.
At his beloved church this weekend, where Carter taught Sunday school for decades. We're gonna miss him.
To me, he's a friend. A fellow churchgoer.
His hometown, one-time peanut farmer who became committed to Georgia Tech. Philip Kurland owns a political memorabilia shop filled with decades of mementos from President Carter's life and career.
What do you think his legacy here in Plains will be?
The Carters have made a real difference for the better.
Elected president in 1976,
I think they thought if you're selling this square.
he served only one term in office. Habitat for Humanity, where 4,000 homes, the longest living president in America. Carter survived cancer in his 80s.
I just thought I had a few weeks left.
Through it all, Rosalind, his wife of more than 75 years, by his side.
Best thing I ever did was marrying Rosalind. That's a pinnacle of
Now, as the Carter family holds each other up, the community and the country prepare for what comes next.
It's time for us to carry on his legacy. Time for us to try and be good people, help people.
All right, returning to meteorologist Kira Miner. A much better day today.
Yeah, a little bit nicer outside, although we're still going to be dealing with some of these breezy to windy conditions, not only for your Monday, but really throughout the rest of the week. And I do think those winds are actually going to peak as we head into our Wednesday afternoon. But here's a live look outside at Chaves County, Roswell, 73 degrees. Believe it or not, relative humidity is down there at 28%. We do have that drying wind, a warm wind at that, at 16 miles per hour, gusting up to 24, and that's where we are seeing temperatures very spring-like across southeastern sections of the state, including Hobbs and Carlsbad. You're in the low 70s, we have the mid-60s in Clovis. Once you make your way over Interstate 40, that's where we are seeing temperatures a little bit
cooler into the upper 30s to low 40s in Durango and Pagosa Springs and Santa Fe. Here in Albuquerque, we're finally crossing over that 50-degree mark. Still looking at mostly cloudy skies across much of the state, especially Albuquerque and points off to the south and east. Still tracking a few light drizzle areas across the Boot Hill of New Mexico with more sunshine out toward the Four Corners. So Gallup, Farmington, Cortez, Durango, then Pagosa Springs, seeing mostly sunny skies this afternoon, but really going to be tracking some very gusty winds, not only today, but for Tuesday and Wednesday.
What do you want me to
Here's some of these
do,
winds
honey?
gusting already up
Put
to
a little
52
bit,
miles
put
per
your
hour
arm out.
out to the east and Santa Rosa.
We need a drink.
51 miles per hour, 43 miles per hour.
We need a towel.
And still seeing some gusty winds up towards Raton. That's actually where we do have that high wind warning in effect until 5 p.m. this evening. The eastern slopes of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, along with the Raton Pass, where we could see sustained winds out of the west at about 30 to 40 miles per hour, and a wind advisory for Tucumcari, Santa Rosa, Clovis, even down toward Fort Sumner. Until 6 o'clock tonight for some of these winds gusting up to about 50 miles per hour, and that's
Turn it on.
such warming
I can't find your other songs yet.
across the eastern plains.
I was supposed to get started in my car, but I
Alright,
just can't do it.
as we head into our Wednesday, because this is when I do think we will see some of those damaging wind gusts, which could down
It's
the
been
power
only on
lines, also,
70, so.
cause some maybe tree limbs
What about
falling,
the
so
foot
now
there?
we
I
have
see
to
hanging.
secure any outdoor patio furniture, or maybe even loose items in your front yard, because by 6 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday, we are expecting some of these winds topping around 60 miles per hour, even here in the metro. Could see some of those higher wind gusts just to the east and northeast of us, especially up in those higher elevations. For today, though, we are looking at mostly
Can't have them back, but you gotta have them warm.
and temperatures warming into those upper 50s to right around 60 degrees here in the spring-like conditions across the southeast today, with the potential to see more of that blowing dust during the afternoon. Portales, you're at 69 degrees, 75 in Roswell today. Stretch windy and dusty weather over the next few days, with some of those very gusty winds. Also about a 20 to 30% chance for some rain as you head into Tuesday and Wednesday. Across the southwest, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies today. A couple of light sprinkles across the Boot Hill of New Mexico, but mostly sunny up in Cortez, Durango, the Four Corners region, looking really nice this afternoon with highs back in the low 50s. In Farmington, we'll drop down to 26 degrees tonight, becoming windy on Tuesday. Another windy day on Wednesday, but we're going to add in that 70% chance for some little bit of a rain snow mix with highs in the 40s. In the North Mountains today, Red River and Angel Fire, you're gusty with highs in the upper 30s. Breezy today in Santa Fe with that high at 53, mid-50s on Tuesday. And then we're looking at very windy conditions on our Wednesday, along with that chance for another rain snow mix across much of the area. Roy, 61 degrees today, and again in the East Mountains, upper 40s in Sandia, Park, Cedar Crest. We're mainly dry, but we do have to see gusty winds over the next few days, even right here in the upper 50s to low 60s area wide. More sunshine as we head into the afternoon hours. We're at 60 degrees, dropping down to 32 tonight, then into early tomorrow morning. Becoming very windy on Wednesday with that 30% chance for rain. Cooling temperatures for Thursday right around 50, and then a slight warm up as you head into the weekend with that 10% chance for a few showers.
I use a very familiar face on Law and Order. Now the TV world is mourning the passing of Richard Belzer. We'll look back at his life coming up next.
Mother, thanks for being an eyewitness. Your pictures help tell this story. Showing the state what's happening where that's for New Mexico.
Start the new year off right with the vehicle you want at Safe Ranch Auto Group. Double your tax return when you use it as your down payment. Browse online or visit any of our locations to find the car that's right for you. Double your tax return today. Visit us at Safe Ranch Auto Group or online at saferanch.com.
For over 2 decades, First Tee has created experiences that help build character. We believe every kid deserves to feel supported, safe to try new things, and prepared for what comes next. Our First Tee school program has been implemented in all of the elementary schools, vacation classes in Roswell and surrounding areas. Come join us at First Tee.
When we switched to AAA insurance and we bundled our home and auto, we were shocked at the savings.
I switched to AAA because I saved over $450. That makes a big difference in my budget.
When we bundled our home and auto, we saved over $50 with AAA insurance.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you can save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you can save. This type of savings on the insurance goes a long way in helping me do the things I like to do.
Money we've been able to save from our AAA insurance, we're able to put that money back into our business.
We're gonna go this fall, go to a concert, go out to eat.
Yeah, it makes me feel good about spending the money rather than our safety.
To find out how much you can save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-201-0195 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
It says you love me.
National Furniture Liquidation. We got your car for your money, so why pay more? Looks like this kid's twin bed is $178. National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection.
Everyone who has ever lived has lived here. All of mankind's triumphs and failures. Every moment, every hometown, all here. We start our coverage on the ground and take it to the airwaves, so you always know what's happening in your own world and beyond. We are free TV and radio. We are breaking news. We are always there. We are broadcasters.
1948.
Tributes are pouring in after actor Richard Belzer passed away on Sunday. The 78-year-old was a longtime staple on the Law & Order franchise. Stephanie Gosk has a look back at his life.
You had one hell of a run, Sergeant Munch. Did I? I don't know where it all went.
Best known as Detective John Munch on Law & Order SVU.
Hello?
Richard Belzer brought his trademark humor and intelligence to the role.
I remember very clearly, Counsel. She seemed to be seesawing between affiliation.
He's kids with a character so beloved that it crossed into multiple series, and sometimes even into real life, as Belzer once told Today.
A real shoplifter. I was running around the corner in the middle of the set. He sees all these cop cars. And he dropped the bag and he held up his hand and surrendered to me. He thinks it, expletive, Munch.
Belzer began his career in comedy and landed a gig as the warm-up comic for Saturday Night Live in its early years, occasionally appearing on the show.
Good evening, I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not. One for the road, sir?
It was in 1993 as Detective John Munch in Homicide: Life on the Street when Belzer launched into TV history. Belzer played the role of the wisecracking police detective on 10 different series, including Homicide, The Wire, The X-Files, 30 Rock, Sesame Street, and Arrested Development. Law & Order creator Dick Wolf posting, "Richard brought humor and joy into all our lives, was the consummate professional, and we will all miss him very much." Co-star Mariska Hargitay writing, "How lucky the angels are to have you. I can hear them laughing already." And Christopher Maloney posting, "Goodbye, mon ami. I love you."
More news and weather coming up at 12:30.
It's Music Monday with R&B legend Babyface. Yeah, I know. I'm so excited about it. And he's singing right here on our stage. I might be joining him if he'll let me. Plus, Mike Snoop, Kyle Lawrence, Anthony Mackie, Harry Russell, and Eugene Levy.
Wow, this would make somebody just go through the roof with excitement.
We stand on the shoulders of giants. We celebrate those who have built New Mexico and America. At Gala Chevrolet, we honor what has endured. Since 1908, we've served generations of buyers all month long. Get President's Day savings on everything. One of the largest selections of Silverado, Malibu, Equinox, and pre-owned homes in New Mexico. Make no payments for 90 days. A tradition of savings. Gala Chevrolet. 115 years of making it easy. Popejoy Hall, February 25th. PopejoyPresents.com.
You love the wood, tile, and natural stone floors in your home, but so does dirt and debris. All hard flooring transfers dirt to places like carpet and area rugs. At Stanley Steamer, we have a professional cleaning process for all the floors in your home. If you have any, ask our technicians about our in-home or off-site area rug cleaning services. Schedule a cleaning today.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer is your home cleaner.
And your 12:30, we start with the amended charges filed against actor Alec Baldwin and armor Hannah Gutierrez-Reed for the deadly shooting on the set of Rust. Prosecutors drop the firearm enhancement charge. The charge would have resulted in a mandatory sentence if convicted. Both Baldwin and Gutierrez-Reed are still facing charges, though, of involuntary manslaughter. So we reached out to the office to see why they made that change. And in a statement, we were told, in order to avoid and his attorneys, the district attorney and the special prosecutor have removed the firearm enhancement. The prosecution's priority is securing justice, not securing billable hours for big city attorneys. Of 3 men, you today. Stand today testifying about evidence gathered from phones that includes text messages and Snapchat videos. Those videos reportedly show the victims. The trial will continue for 4 more days. We do have a traffic alert still here at 12:30. 2nd Street is shut down in both directions from Alameda to St. Francis, and that's because of this crash you're seeing here. That pickup truck rolled and hit a power pole and a gas line. Crews have been working to clean it up and make those repairs now. Let's check in with Kira Miner. So you're saying it's not that much nicer than yesterday out there, huh?
Well, I mean, temperatures are warming into the upper 50s to low 60s. We're going to have to deal with some gusty wind, not only today, but Tuesday and Wednesday. So kind of entering into more of a spring-like pattern, if you will, but just not quite in the spring season. Outside right now, we're still looking at mostly cloudy skies at the Sunport. This morning, we bottomed out at 32 degrees, but now warming into those low 50s. But we are seeing a little bit of a breeze out there, especially well to the east of us, and still dealing with quite a bit of cloud cover across central and southern sections of the state. Once you hop over towards, say, Farmington, Gallup, and Grants, even up toward Durango and Pagosa Springs, that's where we are seeing lots of sunshine, even tracking a few of these light sprinkles in and around the boot heel of New Mexico, but really not amounting to too much. Now, as far as temperatures go, we're warming up along the eastern plains, all due to that downsloping wind coming in out of the west, already in the low 60s in Tucumcari, mid-60s and close to 70. That low 70s in Hobbs and Carlsbad and Las Cruces. You're into the mid-60s. East, anywhere from Clovis at 35 miles per hour out to the winds gusting in excess of per hour, where we do have wind advisories in effect until about 6 o'clock this evening. Here in the metro, though, we have mostly cloudy skies, although I do think some of that cloud cover will kind of thin out over the next few hours. We'll jump into those upper 50s, close to 60 degrees this afternoon, with some of that wind cranking up to around 20-25 miles per hour. But you know what? More wind is on the way, especially for our Wednesday. I'll show you that in my 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit. Danielle?
Albuquerque police are investigating a homicide in northeast Albuquerque. It happened around 11 last night near Aspen and Carlisle. Albuquerque police were called out from reports of a disturbance at an apartment complex, and when they got to someone dead, officers do have at least one person detained.
We have new details on another homicide investigation from just yesterday. Police now say it appears to be a murder-suicide. Police went to the North Park Apartments near Montgomery and Madera yesterday afternoon, right behind Del Norte High School. Police say they found 2 people dead from gunshot wounds there. The victim was identified as 18-year-old Isabella Bewley. 21-year-old William James was also found dead. Investigators say it appears to have been a case of domestic violence that turned into murder-suicide. Chili farmer is calling it quits. He says there are just too many obstacles for him to keep going.
The end of an era for one New Mexico farmer, and you may not know him by name, but I guarantee you may know his product. On the farm, you can catch it or and if you look, you'll see it's the 5-star.
I don't think everybody can be.
And like getting a Mexican, he's a certified chili lover.
I went into Chile and we doubled it. And we doubled and we doubled to where we got that truck. We're even going truck.
But sometimes love can't carry you through the roller coaster of farming.
And everybody's just having such a good time and enjoying the food and the fellowship at the table, and to know how hard and how the struggles that we go through. Excuse me. The struggles that we go through, it's all worth it.
Duggan says that chili farming has been in his heart, even though his brain has been telling him different.
It just came down to, I've been able to cover the holes up to now, and I'm going to cover them, and it's good, but I can't have another year like last year.
He says he may have fields of chili to harvest, but no one to pick it.
So those bales, those are the last chili that we have. With those empty bales, those strapped bales, are 1,000 sacks in every bale. I have like 13,000 that never got filled. And it wouldn't matter. We pay double the price. It's not to pay. Nobody wants to work.
Duggins also says state policies have been hindering farmers instead of helping.
They're not disconnected. They're completely unplugged. We have non-farmers making policy for the farmers.
And so, with a heavy heart, he says he's hanging up the restraint.
And you know, when you struggle with something, when you have a member of your family that has died, it's so heartbreaking. But when it's over, when the funeral passes, somehow it gives you closure to home. And that's where I'm at.
But he's a farmer through and through.
Your cows die, your plants die, you got it. It'll be better next year. Just give me some more seed.
And even though he's bowing out, he hopes people will support his neighboring farms.
And I do wish the best for the remaining farmers of New Mexico, whatever you're in. I wish the best.
There'll be curtains for 5-star chili soon, but forever an optimist. He'll be okay.
I want to thank the people that stood with us, because I know some of them, a good many of them. We'll never know all of them, but I know they're there.
In Limitar, Tamara Lopez, KOB4.
From the Roundhouse to your house, a tax proposal that would help you save money at the grocery store was tabled, but that bill isn't necessarily dead yet. House Bill 367 would reduce the gross receipts tax by 0.25%, and it has the governor's support along with the backing of a number of state lawmakers. They say it would taxes that impact small businesses the most.
Sales tax will say, when I go to Verizon and buy this phone, it's taxed. But a gross receipts tax says, when it's designed, the design is taxed. That's taxed. When you assemble it into the phone, that's taxed. When you send it to this distributor, that's taxed. And so It's the tax ones on top of each other at much higher.
This bill will unanimously take in the next week or two. The Taxation and Revenue Committee plans to put together a tax package made of a tabled tax. Of course, in Santa Fe, you can find all of our coverage on this 60-day farm. More bill flat. Quick. Let's get to the war in Ukraine now. President Biden made a surprise trip to the war-torn day. Solidarity.
To Kyiv today after his transatlantic flight on Air Force One, says on a train making the trip from Poland into Ukraine. Air raid sirens sounding as President Volodymyr Zelensky stepped into the main square in Kyiv, the White House calling the visit unprecedented in just eyes covered in dollars, including for long-range weapons. President Ukraine. U.S. officials now also confirming that there was coordination between the White House and Kremlin ahead of the president's visit today. Russian reporting guaranteed there would be no
Thanks for being an eyewitness. Your video and pictures help tell the story. Showing the state what's happening where you are. That stands for New Mexico.
Thanks, Carlsbad, for watching KOVR TV.
Does this look familiar? You probably think this is what owning hearing aids would be like. Let me tell you, there's a better way. The Atom by Audion Hearing. The all-new wireless charging hearing aid under one. The Atom comes with an easy-to-use wireless charging dock. Plus, the Atom has a 22% smaller design, so it's nearly invisible in one ear. That's why we have over 250,000 happy customers. Each pair has a 45-day money-back guarantee, so there is zero.
1-800-357-9151. 1-357-91. Call 1-800-357-9156 or go to audionhearing.com to get your pair of Audion Atom hearing aids for only $99.
Try brushing your pet's teeth. They know pain. Introducing Chew Brush, the world's first self-brushing toothbrush for dogs with a toothbrush on the inside. Watch as they chew, they brush their own teeth. The Chew Brush cleans their teeth and gums in 3 ways. The nuts on the outside massage the gums. The tooth-shaped openings safely scrape away plaque and tartar, and the hidden bristles brush your pet's teeth clean while they play. The more they chew, the cleaner their teeth get. Look at this before and after in just 5 days. Wow, what a difference. No more pain, bad breath, or expensive, life-threatening treatments. Order Chew Brush today for only $14.99. We guarantee your pet will have whiter, brighter, healthier teeth and gums for your money back. Order now and you can double it. Just pay a separate fee. That's 2 Chew Brushes. Order now.
Call 1-800-510-9322. That's 1-800-510-9322. Or visit getchewbrush.com. So call 1-800-510-9322 now.
Scientists are researching mudslides in space. But what does that have to do with New Mexico? And how could it help us after wildfires? Matt Grubbs, mudslides in space. Tuesday at 10 on KLB4.
Welcome back. Starting a business is not easy. It takes a lot of money to get a product to market. Many startups aim to get funding from individual investors, like angel investors, yet only a small fraction of those investments go to Black-owned businesses. CNBC's Sharon Epperson shows us a program designed to create more opportunity.
As a young physician, Dr. Elizabeth Claiborne saw a need for a better way to stop a common condition she saw in the ER.
What this does as a doc is it empowers anyone, anywhere to stop nosebleed fast.
She invented this Band-Aid-like device for your nose called NasoClip and launched in 2020. Getting funding for her startup has been a challenge. The year George Floyd was murdered.
Monday.
Critical funding, connections, and knowledge.
Capital in the United States of America is so crazy deals, right? It's so plentiful, yet we have certain groups that have been historically excluded from this access, and we need to change that.
To be an angel investor, you must be an accredited investor with an income over $200,000 if single, $300,000 with a spouse, or a net worth over $1 million, excluding your primary residence. These investments are high risk. More than 2/3 of startups never deliver a positive return to investors. I absolutely do. Companies, angel investor Gina Nesbeth initially and I believe they're going to hire people of color. And that's putting capital in the hands of people of color. That to me is addressing the racial wealth gap. Through angel investments, Dr. Claiborne has raised over $1 million for her startup so far and plans to have NasoClip on the market in April. I'm Sharon Epperson.
All right, Kira Minor in the house. Right. You know what? Now would be a good time to kind of secure any loose patio furniture. Well, today, especially on the Eastern Plains, but more so for Wednesday, just kind of getting you prepared as we head into Wednesday, because that's when we are expecting some of the strongest winds to really peak even right here in the metro area. So, like I mentioned, now would be a good time to pull in some of that patio furniture to secure any outdoor planters that you may have. But starting you off this afternoon at 12:45 in the live look in Grant County, Silver City, 59 degrees, the relative humidity at 53%. The winds are not too bad out of the south and west at 13 miles per hour, gusting up to 16. But notice, still dealing with those mostly cloudy skies off in the distance. You can clearly see where that satellite or radar kind of moving from the south and west up to the north and east, or really from Santa Fe, Albuquerque points out to the south and east. That's where we are dealing with those mostly cloudy skies, dry conditions, although tracking just a few of those light sprinkles down across the Big Hill of New Mexico, while the Four Corners region, they're experiencing mostly sunny skies on this Monday afternoon, and temperatures warming nicely across the eastern plains. Tucumcari already in the low 60s, Roswell pushing into the mid 70s later on this afternoon, along with those breezy to windy conditions. In Albuquerque, we are at 51 degrees. Now the winds really the main weather story, not only for today, but as we head into our Tuesday and Wednesday. Right now, clocking in around 52 to 51 miles per hour in Santa Rosa, also out to the east in Clovis. We do have those high wind warnings still in effect until 5 o'clock this evening for the east slopes of the San Bernardino Mountains, also including the Raton Pass. Could see some of those sustained winds anywhere between 30 to 40 miles per hour out of the west. And then all of this yellow shading out towards Tucumcari, Clovis, Hobbs, Carlsbad, Fort Sumner, even Santa Rosa. That's where we do have that wind advisory until 6 o'clock tonight, where we could see some of those winds gusting in excess of 50 miles per hour. So I do think the winds will peak on Wednesday, even right here in the metro. Some models indicating we could see winds gusting as high as 60 to even 65 miles per hour. Here's a quick look at high-risk futurecast. Doing a really good job at keeping some of that cloud cover over us this afternoon. And it begins to thin out by 9 o'clock tonight. It's picking up on some of these spotty showers just out toward Catron County, down to the south of Doñana County. But overall, mainly dry conditions, partly cloudy skies as we head into our Tuesday morning. And then notice a couple more showers starting to develop across the Boot Hills and rain snow mix as we head into the late afternoon and evening hours, say across Silver City and across the higher elevations. And then it looks like more rain and snow to come with that next storm system moving in on Wednesday with more of those stronger winds. In the southeast today, feeling very spring-like in Roswell with that high of 75 degrees. Windy and dusty not only today but for Tuesday as well. Also keeping in that 20% chance for a few isolated showers, and temperatures packing those 60s and 70s. West today, lighter winds for city with a high of 55 across the Fort Cool, and mostly a nice warm up day, even 2 degrees. Dropping down to 26 degrees. In Santa Fe, windy today, and or I should say Tuesday and Wednesday with that 60% chance for a rain snow mix. Highs back in the upper 40s. Roy at 61 degrees with gusty winds. Tucumcari close to that 70-degree mark this afternoon. And in the East Mountains, Edgewood topping out at 51 degrees. Moriarty are in the mid-50s, and in the metro today, still a little bit warmer than average for this time of year. Low 60s in Berlin, right here in downtown, 60 degrees. Corrales at 58. Going for that high of 60 here in Albuquerque. Windy tomorrow and also very windy on Wednesday. Remember, winds gusting is to keep in that 30% chance for a few isolated to widely scattered showers. Cooling off to 50 degrees on Thursday and back into those 60s just in time for the weekend.
Coming up next, how much Meta says it will charge to get a verified check mark on Facebook and Instagram.
Already alien tape is strong enough to hold this fishbowl on a moving car. Just peel and stick and make anything stay in place quick. A wooden shelf, a basket to glass, runs to the floor, and so much more. Alien. Better. Alien. Here's your chance to buy it.
Call 1-800-314-5967 or go to tryalientape.com. That's 1-800-314-5967.
Morning, Dad.
Love the new truck.
Got it through Ford Blue Advantage.
But this is used.
Yeah. Took a few test drives at my Ford dealer. Got everything I was looking for. Ford back. R5 Sport 2.
You get everything. Get assurance that yours here for you long after you visit your New Mexico Ford dealer today.
Hi, I'm Daniel Lara, your Bernalillo County Assessor. If you're a small business owner, you're required to render business personal property to the County Assessor's Office every year. When good business partners step up to pay their fair share, it means you might pay less. If you're a business owner and have questions about rendering your business personal property, contact the Assessor's Office at 505-222-5750 or stop by our office located at 415 Silver Avenue, Southwest.
A smile. It can show how we feel. It can change the course of our lives. But what would life be like if you weren't able to smile? It doesn't have to be this way. Since 1999, Smile Train has been helping children experience the simple joy of a smile. To learn more, call or go online now.
Facebook parent company Meta is taking a page from Twitter. The company announced today it's launching a verification subscription service. It's called Meta Verified. So it'll cost $12 a month on a desktop or $15 a month on Apple and Android devices. Subscribers will get that blue verification badge once they provide a government ID that matches their profile name and photo. They'll also get a monitoring for account impersonation, according to a Meta spokesperson. All right, take a look at this. Helping out the community by giving away more than 100 prom dresses for free. A big expense for families, and she had every dress donated to her.
We posted on a couple like Facebook community forums and just asked people to donate dresses, and I reached out through some Yes, doesn't really understand like how exciting it is to go to prom, feeling beautiful in your dress. So it's just really important to me to see other girls really happy.
All of the girls who got a free dress say they're looking forward to their big night. Love that. One more look at your forecast when we come back.
Scientists are researching mudslides in space. But what does that have to do with New Mexico? And how could it help us after wildfires?
In interaction is a lot, and now it's dedicated to documenting those crap. now. Very good driver. All right, here's Albuquerque. Here's one last look at your 7-day forecast for Albuquerque. Low 60s today, breezy conditions. We turn windy to very windy by Wednesday. Temperatures also cooling off into those low 50s, a 30% chance for rain on Wednesday. And then we do have a little bit of a warm up as we head into the weekend. I'm going to give you a few minutes to leave the parking lot, and then I will leave after. Okay.
Thanks for watching KOB Eyewitness News, always on Facebook and Twitter on your phone and on KOB.com. Thanks, Hobbs, for watching KOBR TV.
This is a Tempur-Pedic mattress, and it's designed to help make aches and pains a thing of the past. Because only Tempur-Pedic uses our one-of-a-kind, incredibly adaptive Tempur material to relieve pressure points and support your body in a way no other mattress can. Molecule by molecule and millimeter by millimeter, all night, every night.
Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. And get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
I'm Jonathan Wilson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits.
I'm 54.
Okay.
Quit. What?
$9.90. And take medication. Also $9.90. Call them there about the most popular. Is there life? So you're reconnect. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary plan. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-253-5058 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-253-5058. 1-800-253-5058. That's 1-800-253-5058. So,
I was doing a mashup in my head. Thank you for your. So let's just start with the dressing because it takes 2 seconds to put it together. Shout out to my friends at Oscars Smokehouse in upstate New York, Warrensburg, New York. There are many people that make smoked blue cheese. You can get it in a lot of larger grocery stores. Use any blue cheese crumble that comes out. I'm going to take the time to crumble it. This is a great quality blue cheese that I just crumbled so that I could eat a lot of it while I was crumbling it. So we're going to take a base of not mayonnaise. We're going to use Greek yogurt or sour cream. It's thicker, it has better staying power, and it has a tang to it, obviously. So I'm going to use that for the base, and we're going to add a ridiculous amount of crumbled blue cheese to it. Yeah, we're trying to say, but cheese is cheese, and you don't cheat on the cheese, right? We're going to sweeten it up. You know, your traditional burger sauce, your special sauce, ketchup, mayo, or I use sour cream or yogurt, and relish. I always add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce as well. That's just me. But for this dressing, we're going to keep it white, but I am going to add the sweetness and the pickly tang of relish. Tablespoons of pickled which I say. A little bit of black needs salt. I put so much. Eventually, I have to form that into patties. So we have to make them taste like chili. So to make the burger taste like chili, we use chili powder, which is actually a blend of several chilies. If you were going to use a single chili, ancho would be very mild, Aleppo would be a little spicier, Chipotle would be super hot and very smoky. So you can choose your chili powder or use a nice blend. Big palmful. About a third of a palmful of ground cumin, which smells, it really smells like a bowl of chili, but cumin is not spicy like heat level, but it's always a component in most chili recipes. So we're going to throw in that. A little salt and pepper. And some cooled, this is just a little bit of onion, 1 smaller half of a medium onion, chili pepper of choice. I like a little mix up of a Fresno and jalapeno or serrano. Seeding any chili pepper will dial back the heat for you because the heat lives in the ribs, the guts of the chili. So you're dialing back the heat. And I put garlic in everything, so a little garlic, onion, chili. Chill that out. And then to hold it together, just a good handful, 3-4 tablespoons of breadcrumb. You do not need an egg. You're not making meatloaf, okay? We do not need an egg here. So a little bit of panko. And then, there ain't no other way to do it. You gotta get in there. That's why we take the rings off, people. For those about the size of where's it? When I was a grab is the same amount of protein. We don't want to make all the burgers, you get to the last one, and it's a slider. And then you gotta go meat off all the other burgers and make the burger not. So by scoring the meat, you end up with like shapes and sizes, and that means even cooking time, right? I have a cast iron skillet getting hot over medium heat, just a hair above medium. You don't want the pan too hot, especially not with poultry. No one wants a rare. Do you know what I mean? And take care to form all the patties first. I've seen so many people do this. They'll like start making patties and just start throwing them at heat. You know, they just start throwing them on the grill, throwing them in the pan. I'm like, what are you doing? Don't you want them to all cook, you know, at least 4 of them at the same time every time? Like, that's not good even cooking process, you know? Make burgers. Bigger. Again, for even cooking. You cook. This was so exciting.
I'm not perfect. There's a man waiting for all of us. Breakfast, Sunday at the Magna Pia on NBC.
Our state is full of good people doing good things. That's why Italy Forbes leads it forward to an amazing person every week. But we need your help finding people who deserve that faithful surprise. It's easy. Just nominate them and Italy.com.
Buy more, save more during the fantastic 4-day sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 fantastic days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. With the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed, it's the perfect time to design a new living room, dining room, bedroom, or fall into a new mattress. And check out Doorbusters while they last. Plus, get 6 years no interest financing. But don't wait, the fantastic day.
Your AAA down. We found out about AAA. Your friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you can save an average of $483 on auto insurance.
Compare that to State
But
Farm,
I'm like,
Geico,
well,
even Allstate.
also, I can't
Call now for your
stand.
free AAA full picture quote.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over. In this world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance, and also is so much more. It's not more time.
Find out how much you can save by switching. Call 8796 for your AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Chicken patties are, and I've got them just over medium heat, and I'm letting them cook. And kind of that, these cook all the way through. Again, you can look here for chicken. So we have and
What is?
hey.
What do you need? What do you need? A pillow? A drink?
Yeah.
Do you need a pillow?
Oh.
The dark's getting bad and I'm not risking anything. I don't have a fundraiser box. I'm not spending any money. I got all week. Just walk with me. I get not tired. That cold air's coming through and I can tell. Here, honey. That my leg hurts. Them not like knots. Okay. Another one. Huh?
Sauce, right?
Well, I never get to over there. It's not tired yet.
I know you're thinking.
Sorry, I don't mean to be fussy or irritable or anything. This is solid. God, I got everything for it. Dirt. You can see it carries its pouring all over there. She went anyway. I said, go back home. No, she said, I'm almost done. Had a cold. Should have made her gone today. 5:30 of an antibiotic and make her go out the freaking door. Never mind. What is too loud?
Doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need. You should have seen me before I got mine. Look, your free same-day eye exam is getting up today.
Does this look familiar? Probably think this is what owning hearing aids would be like. Wait.
Hello.
The app has a 20 more year. Like we have over 250,000 happy customers. Each pair has a 45-day money-back guarantee, so there is zero risk in trying them.
Call 1-800-357-9156. That's 1-800-357-357.
The Arena Cross Championship presented by Kicker Performance Audio features the best riders in the sports today. More entertainment for the whole family to enjoy. Tickets start at $17. The gate drops at 7:30 Friday, February 20th. The Arena Cross.
Stop. Yara. Everett. Yes, Yara. Guys, look. I put a lid over the pan. I turned the pan off. The cast iron skillet holds the.
Hello.
So. Hold on.
Now this is a sloppy meal, but don't think everybody's gonna be like all like dainty. You're gonna get messy
messy. So wear an old shirt or one that has stains on it, or do one of these things where you put like, you know, the kitchen cloth around your neck. Yeah, you have to just get in there and have fun with it, because it is a hot mess in a good way. The reason I cooked with ground meats is because they're affordable. Next, we're going to talk about what you should be buying in bulk and what you should not, even in times of higher inflation.
Thanks for being an eyewitness. Your video and pictures help tell the story. Showing the state what's happening where you are then. For New Mexico.
I'm Alex, host of the Early Show with Alex.
With time and space, I come to your planet to learn all about your little humans.
With experts.
And find out how to care for them. It's so early.
We stand on the shoulders of giants. We celebrate those who have built New Mexico and America. At Dallas Chevrolet Creel, we honor what has endured. Since 1908, we've served generations of buyers all month long in President's Day. One of the largest selections of pre-owned models in New Mexico. Certified models priced to sell. A tradition of savings. Dallas Chevrolet Creel. 115 years of making it easy.
Like it, it's a pain. Introducing Q-Brush, the world's first for dogs with inside. Watch as they chew, they brush their own teeth. The Q-Brush cleans their teeth and gums in 3 ways. The nuts on the outside massage the gums. The tooth-shaped openings safely scrape away plaque and tartar, and thicket and bristles brush your pet's teeth clean while they play. The more they chew, the cleaner their teeth get. Look at this before and after in just 5 days. What a difference. No more pain, bad treatment. Routine. Guarantee your pain.
That's 1-800-510 or visit get you. 1-800-9322 now.
I'm Alex, host of the Early Show with Alex.
With time and space, I come to your planet to learn all about your little humans.
With experts.
And find out how to care for them. It's so early.
Our next exciting issue of the Morning Shift Salute. A call for help from New Mexico morning workers. But this time, no superheroes answer the call. Find out more at King. Unity.
Now we're going to talk about what to buy in bulk and what not to buy in bulk, because we are fighting inflation with it. Have been on the rise. Hopefully they're coming down. Our country's trying to do a lot to control them. But we decided to bring in some big guns today to help us save on groceries. Lauren Cabello is a finance expert, and she's going to share with all of us, actually, what to buy and what not to buy in bulk. She has a lot of great information. Check her out.
Hey Rachel, Lauren Cabello. I am the author of the website LaurenCabello.com, the book that affordable living and budget.
tiny price underneath, or the little so X amount per ounce. So use it.
Yes, now you know this. We're just gonna play a little game. First bite. Oh, bless you. Shut up. Okay, you're. Together. Because you're gonna stand. You're better off buying this like at a dollar store. Like with coupons. I love the dollar store. Me too. I'm a huge dollar store. Okay, so next we're talking about coffee and butter. Which one is better to buy in bulk? I don't buy coffee in cans, so I'm out of this, and I'm not even allowed to make coffee in my house. So I wouldn't buy this in bulk anywhere, and I like my coffee a little fresher than the can. So I'm gonna say butter. Yeah, that's right. That's right. This is the #1 thing at the bulk store. You can get it in a pack of 4, freeze it. Another little tip: shred it when it's frozen. Use it to fold it into recipes. It goes so much easier and so much faster. I do bake occasionally, so I know to do it. Yeah, my sister loves the butter so much. I tell people this all the time. She used to steal the sticks. My mom always kept the butter in the freezer. Yeah, she used to steal the sticks and eat them like popsicles. Oh. Okay, this one. Whatever means you do butter is delicious. Okay, this one. Cereal or cheese? Which one? I can never have enough cheese, so I would buy that. Okay, this is cereal. Alright, we'll go with that. They want cereal. Okay, so actually cereal is probably the worst buy at a bulk store. They're going to say... Sorry. The stores have coupons right in their app. And it's so much money. And they often do the things that like cereal, like toilet paper, or leaders, they take 1 or 2 things that's very expensive, and they make it a loss leader. At every grocery store.
Meat or nuts? Well, I can eat all of this before I go home. Okay. Meat. Meat, I hope. Yes, you're right. That's a good trait. You're right. Yeah. You can believe it. And often in the big family packs, what I love about the big family packs, I don't know if this person did it, but oftentimes they come pre-portioned.
Exactly. This is where people often lose money though when they buy it, because you lose money if you do something. It's not right. So if you're getting, like, let's say you're getting.
Looks really good.
Adults report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening. For uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent, increased cholesterol, weight gain, high blood sugar, low white blood cells, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur. Eat moving forward.
Pizza. And it puts toasted Parmesan where it's never been before. On the bottom. Introducing the crispy corn pizza, only from Papa John's.
Every
It's sauce cut. Get 2 or more Papa Bear's favorites for just $6.99 each, only from Papa John's. Sorry.
Or make a long-term investment.
I want some
For seller, house market, we need to sell this property like yesterday. No realtor commission. Everyone's like that. This is that is not new. You know, it reminds me a lot of Shark Tank, which we've all loved here at our show for a long time. But that's a brand new show. It's a Netflix show. Buy my house. And it is intense. And that's found it out. Okay, for a chance to invest in some amazing homes. Now, you can flip too, right? Oh, you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want with it. But this is an investor entrepreneurs show, right? So please welcome Jadisha Breitster. How much fun or intense and not fun is the show to make? I mean, it looks like so high energy. Oh, honestly, okay, number one, how did I get into the business? I fell into it. I graduated from UCLA when I was like 16 years old. Yeah. My first job was a commercial. Well, it was at 16. Just joking. But I went into commercial real estate accounting. I saw these huge checks going to the brokers, and I was like, those guys aren't smarter than me. So I started getting my real estate license, and then I ended up pregnant, and I had a baby. I was only 23, and her father passed away. He was diagnosed with cancer, and I went back to work and lost my job. I was laid off. And so I kind of just was like, I really have nothing to lose, and I went into commercial real estate, completely commission-based business, and I killed it. So alright, we're getting up at 3 viewers now, but let me also say, my mama always said, if you are not ashamed of where you come from, you can never be scared about what you try to go to, because the worst thing that can happen to you is you go back to where you just came from. Okay, so the first question is from Macy.